Hi, Kim back with Silver Surfers flower arranging for you lovely people. Now, this is a funny one, not that funny, but it's all about trend. And if any of you are flower followers or watch any of these other videos, you'll see that the youngsters today, it's all about looking ever so natural, ever so. I've wandered through the fields and gathered the grasses and the meadow flowers. But if you're doing it on a large scale, that is quite prohibitive really, because we can't go running through the meadows and picking up everything. So we have to find things in my market that will give us that idea. So this is my take on that latest fashion of the flower style. So I'm going to show you how you can do it in your hand and then put it in the vase rather than having the vase in front of you. So I've got a mixture of things here. I've got some Achillia, some Achillia mollis, a bit of Astrantia, that's a very meadowy looking one, more Antirrhinums, a beautiful claret colour, more Salvias, and this, which is Clematis, and it's become quite a thing at Covent Garden with this Clematis. It's a new, sort of quite new variety, I guess, to the wildflowers, but it's beautiful, isn't that lovely? And it comes in single stems, but of course you could use that out the garden. I mean, you can use anything for this. I was going to put some grasses in, but I've got to say my hay fever is really bad and I did not want to be snivelling all the way through this demo. So bear with me and let's see what we can do. So I'm going to start with my Clematis and then I'm just going to add, ooh, great, broken stem straight away. And let's add to it. And if you have the flowers ready sort of here on the deck, it just makes it a little bit easier. And I swear that really you don't need to be that good at this sort of thing to achieve this look. It just helps to be prepared and have it down on the table like this. So I'm just filtering through. I don't think I need to put any foliage with this. I could do if I didn't have any flowers, but I've got a fair amount of flowers. If you're thinking of doing this for an event, it's not the cheapest way to go. Because if you think this tiddly little stem has cost me the same as a big stem of this stock here, and you obviously get more show when you're using something bigger. I'm not going to use anything formal like roses or anything like that. That Antirrhinum is as formal as I want it to be. And I just keep adding to my hand. My hand hasn't moved. Let's have some more of this Achillia. That's as much foliage as we need. So I was chatting to young Soul in the market, at Pratley's in the market, and I was telling him about this video that I was going to do today. And we were talking about this sort of design. And he said to me, he said, Kim, it's meadow-esque. And I said, so I'm going to quote that. Thank you very much for that little buzzword. I'm going to use that in my demo. Bless him, lovely soul. What a great little guy he is. So can you see I'm just sort of building up, keep adding. If I was honest, the current trend is a lot messier than this. So I suppose, but the messier it gets, the bigger it gets, and I don't want it to be that big. Now I'm just turning that round in my hand, so kept the hand where it was, adding that lovely Achillia. That's going to make it meadow-esque. If you ever have a chance to get up to Covent Garden at Vauxhall, it's opposite the Battersea Dogs Home. It's a lovely, you know, it's a lovely morning out. Very welcoming people. And, you know, it's a nice thing, and you can go for a nice breakfast afterwards. Not a bad thing to do. Just to say you've been. Look at that. Coming together. I think this Clematis might be the star of the show. Back when I was first working, you know, it was always, you had to use 5 of everything or 3 of everything. But you know, I think those rules have gone out the window now. Although I am a florist, I think I'd rather be known as a floral decorator. It's not about how many you use, it's the effect that you get. That salvia there, it's lovely. It's just giving it a little tail. I don't think I need to get much more in there, but I've got it to use up, so I might as well. In for a penny, in for a pound. Like I say, my hand hasn't changed. It's kept in the same place. Right, I think I'm ready to go now. I don't need to put every last stem, but you could, but for the purposes of this. Now, oh dear, my mother would be ashamed of this floor, I can tell you. Now, look at this lovely pot that I found at a charity shop for £7. I love this. Lovely colour, earthenware vase. So there's what I've got. I'm going to make sure I haven't got any leaves on the bottom halves. And then I'm going to think, right, okay, where do I want that? So I'm going to turn that round. And I would guess about there. And if I'm wrong, I'm going to look a little bit stupid. But more or less there. And I'm going to plonk it straight in my vase. And that, with maybe a little tweak, is my meadow-esque vase, which, if you were lucky, you could get most of that from your garden.